I'm 35 years old and thought I'd seen everything in relationships. But my girlfriend Vanessa just showed me a whole new level of crazy that I'm still trying to process. We'd been together 3 years, living together for one. No kids, not even talking about kids, but apparently that didn't matter to her at all. Last week was our anniversary. I'd planned a nice dinner at this steakhouse she'd been wanting to try for months. Got her a thoughtful gift too, a leather journal with her initials embossed in gold. Cost me about $200, but she'd mentioned wanting to write more, so it felt personal and meaningful. Dinner started great. She looked amazing. We ordered wine and steaks. Everything seemed perfect. Then I noticed she kept checking her phone with this little smile. I figured she was just posting pictures for Instagram or texting her friends. Then she put her phone down, looked straight at me, and said something that would completely blow up our relationship. So where's my real gift? I actually choked on my wine. The journal? It's wrapped in the car. She waved her hand like I was offering her trash. No, silly. My push present. I sat there confused. You're what? My push present. For everything I've pushed through this year. Now, I'm not an expert, but push presents are gifts husbands give wives after childbirth. You know, for actually pushing out a baby. That's kind of the whole point. Vanessa, I said slowly. Push presents are for women who've given birth. We don't have kids. She rolled her eyes like I was the stupid one. That's so outdated. Modern push presents are for any major accomplishment. I've been pushing through so much. I deserve recognition. Like what exactly? I asked, genuinely curious. She started counting on her fingers. Hello? I got promoted to senior account coordinator. I've been dealing with your mother's passive-aggressive comments. I reorganized our entire apartment. I've been the best partner possible. I was stunned. Those are just normal life things. People get promoted. That's how jobs work. You deal with annoying in-laws. That's relationships. And nobody asked you to reorganize anything. Her face changed to this wounded look. See, this is your problem. You don't appreciate what I bring to this relationship. I literally planned this expensive dinner to celebrate us, I said. Exactly. Our anniversary is a milestone, and milestones deserve real gifts. She showed me her phone. Kelsey's boyfriend got her a push present for completing yoga teacher training. I stared at the photo of some woman with a designer handbag. That's insane. It's called valuing your partner. She swiped to another photo. A Cartier bracelet. I already picked mine out. That's a $5,000 bracelet. For $1,500. She corrected, like that made it reasonable. And Cartier holds its value. It's actually a smart investment. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. We were in a restaurant where I was spending $300 on dinner. She had a $200 journal waiting, and she wanted $5,000 more for doing her own job. You want a $5,000 bracelet for getting promoted at your own job? A promotion that comes with a raise? It's called investing in us. If you can't see my worth, maybe you're not the man I thought. Something clicked in my mind right then. Perfect clarity. I looked at her and saw someone I didn't recognize anymore. You're absolutely right, I said calmly. You deserve a push present. Her face lit up. Really? Can we go to Cartier this weekend? Kelsey's having a party Saturday. Perfect timing to show it off. I nodded. Saturday works perfectly. She squealed and grabbed my hand. I felt nothing. When your girlfriend of 3 years touches you and you feel nothing, something's already dead. We finished dinner with small talk, and I played along while my mind calculated. When we got home, she went to bed early, talking about shopping for outfits to wear with her bracelet. The bracelet she'd already assumed I'd buy. After she fell asleep, I pulled out my phone and went through everything. Bank statements, Venmo history, text messages. What I found was worse than I thought. She had a habit of borrowing money. $50 here for Ubers. $200 there for a work dress. Always promising to pay back. Never did. There was always an excuse. Fraudulent charges, her mom needed money, car repairs, medical bills. Total she owed me, $3,847. Then the bills. When she moved in, we agreed to split everything 50-50. But she'd pay late or not at all. Always had emergencies. I'd been covering 80% of our expenses for 8 months. I made a spreadsheet. Every ignored Venmo request. Every, I'll pay you back, text. Every dodged bill. 3 pages of evidence. Then I texted my landlord Mike. If Vanessa wanted to take over the lease alone, what would she need? Income of 3 times rent, pass credit check, first, last, and security deposit. What? Just checking options. Vanessa made $52,000 yearly. Rent was $2,100 monthly. She wouldn't qualify. Plus her credit was destroyed, around 580. She'd mentioned it drunk once. She was completely dependent on me, and either didn't know or didn't care. Next morning, she was on her phone browsing Cartier. Just checking their hours. I want the full experience, the champagne, private viewing, everything. Actually, I want to surprise you with something even better. Give me a few days. Her eyes went wide. Is it the matching earrings? Jesus, there were matching earrings. Just trust me. Saturday. I called in sick Friday. Vanessa left for work at 8:30. The second she was gone, I started. First, I packed my stuff. Gaming setup, books, my grandmother's china, she always complained about. Everything mine went into a U-Haul I'd rented. Then I made calls. Gas, electric, internet, all in my name, all scheduled for disconnection Monday. Changed all streaming passwords. Netflix, Hulu, everything gone. We had a joint grocery account. I took out what I'd put in, left her $247 she'd actually contributed. Printed my spreadsheet, attached it to a formal letter requesting repayment in 30 days. Added my lawyer friend's info at the bottom. Then I packed her stuff. Every designer bag, every expensive shoe, every piece of clothing. Didn't break anything, just folded it neatly and stacked her suitcases by the door. Finally, the best part. I bought a fancy jewelry store gift box. Inside, I put the apartment key and a printed receipt. One push present, delivered. Item, reality check. Value, priceless. Description, successfully pushed one entitled partner out of enabled lifestyle. Status, complete. No returns accepted. Set it on top of her luggage. She came home at 2 in the morning, drunk and giggly from pre-celebrating with friends. I pretended to sleep. She whispered, "Can't wait for tomorrow," before passing out. Saturday morning, I was up at 7 with coffee. She stumbled out at 10. "Is it time for my present?" "It's by the door." She ran over, then froze. Stared at her packed bags. Picked up the box with shaking hands. "What is this?" "Your push present. I pushed you out. You're done here." The meltdown was instant. Tears, screaming, accusations. Neighbors definitely heard everything. "You can't do this. This is our home." "No, it's my apartment." "You're not on the lease." "Where am I supposed to go?" Someone who deserves a $5,000 bracelet for existing should figure it out. She tried everything. Called her mom on speaker. Diana yelled about tenant rights until I suggested she explain to the cops that her daughter demanded a push present without having a baby. She hung up. Her friend Kelsey burst in within an hour. Said I was insecure, that real men provide. I told her to buy Vanessa the bracelet herself then. She left. Vanessa called her dad 4 times. He never answered. Turns out he was done bailing her out. With 40 minutes left, she started recording on her phone about narcissistic abuse. I walked into frame and calmly stated she demanded $5,000 for her own job promotion and owed me $4,000. She deleted it. A truck arrived. They loaded her stuff, shooting me death glares. As they drove away, she screamed out the window that I'd ruined her life, that no one would love me like she did. "God, I hope not," I muttered. The aftermath was predictable. She posted on social media that I stole her grandmother's bracelet until her cousin commented that grandma was alive and confused. She tried to Venmo request me $5,000 for emotional labor. I countered with my actual $38.47 owed. When utilities shut off, she called screaming. Not my problem anymore. When she listed me as a reference at my company, I told my boss the truth. When some fake lawyer threatened to sue, my real lawyer said she had no case. The finale. She showed up at my work with a box and an invoice for $47,500 for 3 years of girlfriend services. Security escorted her out. "You'll never find anyone else." "That's probably the point, lady," the security guard muttered. It's been a month. Vanessa's at her parents' house telling everyone I'm gay because that's apparently the only reason a man wouldn't buy her jewelry. Her mom called asking me to reconsider because Vanessa's depressed. I said she could afford therapy with the $4,000 she owes me. Best part? Her ex before me reached out. She'd pulled the same scam with him, $3,000 for a purse to celebrate her quarter-life crisis. We got beers and found out there's a whole network of her exes she'd done this to. Last week she posted about self-love and independence from her childhood bedroom with her Cash App asking people to support a queen rebuilding her empire. Her cousin commented suggesting she get a job instead. Me? I'm good. Apartment's peaceful. Bills are mine and manageable. I bought myself that journal. Turns out I like writing. She got her push present. I pushed her so hard she landed back in her high school bedroom. Gift receipt included. No returns. Lesson learned. When someone says they deserve awards for basic functioning, believe them and run fast.